Okay, so another devlog for the sprint update for Sub-MarinTerra. I'm going to be going through the features in order as they've been created. So let's get started. The first thing I did was I was starting to run into issues with the input system I had set up. It was just a very basic input system just to get things rolling. But now we actually have a fully fledged input system that can handle all of the groupings and codes that need to be added. So if I wanted to add another input code for any of the buttons, I can go ahead and create that. And that can be assigned to in a script. So this took a little while. But now that this is done, hopefully the rest of the project should be going smoother. Currently, this is handling the control groups. So when you switch from one screen to another, you can actually change the control group so that you can have multiple inputs, systems for inputs running at once. So if I change over to the map screen, I can now move around, and it's not actually going to move this hydrophone over here with the left and right arrow key. As I switch back, that control group now turns active. So I can control those now. Next thing I worked on after that was a system to start interacting with the various tools and materials that you're going to have access to in sort of like this main sort of workstation area. If I take a look in here, I've only got one set up at the moment, but I've set up a spline system for events, as well as being able to kind of manipulate stuff around. So I can now shift stuff around. I've just got this little recognition manual working right now, but Cinemachine is going in, so hopefully we'll be able to use this for diegetic UI instead of having to do like UI pop-ups on the screen or anything like that. Works on a system of splines, so you can kind of see them all here. So I'm able to freely manipulate around where this object is going to go. So I can move it up there, and I can rotate it like here. And then if I click that in the game, it's going to go to there and then open. And then I can turn that around and send it back. And click it out, and it comes out, and it will just go to whatever position. This is using DoTween. It's a nice little system. And in the actual waypoints, it can... So it's actually calling itself when it does this. When that book comes up and after it reaches each midpoint, there is an event that gets called, which is sending it around different places. So at the start point, that's down here, it's going to do various things. At the midpoint, it's sending itself on, and then at the end point here, it's calling another thing to open up that page, which is in itself another spline that it's working on for the rotation. And this allows me to basically rig everything up in the inspector, so I don't have to do much scripting at all. This should be no more scripting for any of the UI moving around or anything like that, which is nice. Send that back. Last thing I worked on is... Actually, there's two more things. One is this system for testing world markers. So this is a little world marker in the world. And if I take a look at this debug position world here, let's see. Yeah, no, I need to go to the map and grab the 0.0. It's in here. And then there should be a little debug position map. So this little position here that I'm moving around, no mesh on this one, but what this is doing is it's actually moving around the little marker there in the real world. So this allows me to kind of range and gauge out where everything is in accordance to 0.0. So if I put this so it's on the submarine there, I can tell that that submarine is actually right here on the map. This is a debug tool for me as I get all the proportions ready in the world space. Speaking of, this submarine actually has audio working on it now. So if I turn this to point towards that, you'll start to hear the little air conditioner unit work. I can bring it a little closer. There you go. If I move this away, it goes quiet. So that's going to mean that when I'm actually using the hydrophone, it's now a directional sound system. So this will only work on things that are actually in the line of sight. And that can be controlled. So you can expand that, increase the distance. It's going to dynamically create that. Yep, that's what I've been working on so far. Not all these systems are super finished. Still need to get this hitbox working so that it's updating dynamically. That's like 1 or 2 more lines of code. But yeah, that's how things are coming along. Thank you. Oh yeah, actually, the future of the project, I should probably talk about that as well. With the map system set up, with the hydrophone working, and being able to listen, the next thing is the actual recognition manual. So this little guy down here. Being able to use this to select the various records that you'll be playing. And it's going to play one of these in your right ear. There'll be a little toggle for right ear, left ear. And so you'll be able to listen to the submarines out here and listen to various records on this little gramophone here. And then you'll be able to match those up audio-wise. And so you can tell what it is, how fast it's going, who it belongs to, in the faction system. So it could be one of ours, it could be like a hostile submarine. But yeah, that's the plan going forward. Thank you.